Okay, we're gonna pull the nose off. There's much in there, man.
That's what those are for, right?
You're wondering how we do estimates? we count the pieces that fall out. Here's the hockey stick broken. Okay, that's your selector shaft. And you can see how, when it was made, they turned this end down, they shove it through there, and then they weld it on the other side, which you've got an automatic weak spot there at the narrow point. See how much narrower it was? But that's why that one breaks. I'll just replace that, or can it be how does that fit in?
Good. How are you?
That originally sits in here, and you select one of these three shafts. This one here for reverse. We're going to put that in the bench and show you. That one for first, second, that for third, fourth. But it's going between there and then doing that.
Well, that's what the up and back is for, is it's moving that tang
Right.
past these things and then you're moving it over.
Exactly.
So would you contribute that weight to abusive shifting, or just that's the way it's somehow?
That's just the way it is. Years ago, I had one break in the driveway when I was in the driver's seat, driveway of the shop. So I got to do that for free.
Well, do you think it would be a good idea to routinely change that part out?
I don't routinely unless I'm suspicious. Maybe we should, but we don't. Vic Skirvins makes that part. So it is.
But he makes it right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Scott, what I believe is he reinforced welds them as he hard combs the shaft.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. And what I do with them is I replace the shaft. Like that part there, I'll punch it out and put a new shaft in there.
Now I think that one's probably good. Just knowing that she's bouncing around for a while. Now we're gonna put this in the vise over there, and we'll show it to you.
Grind this off, you can push that out.
Oh yeah.
And then start over. Shaft in there. And then you can, it's easier to hard comb this. It goes as well as the rest here too. And you can shoot for material too. I can't go I'm not happy with this.
When the B and C breaks, it looks like that. The shaft, probably because it's not that well. The problem because it got hot and dry. It's a different material, so that's the only way what
The other
we talked about the setup of the ring and pinion. Here's the gaskets. It looks like we have two, maybe three. No, just two. And it feels like maybe 220s.
Well, I feel like 19 and a half or something.
Well, they squeeze down. Looks like 220s. So that's fairly thick. That's fairly thick. All right, I'm going to go right over there to the vise. What I'm going to do now is show you how this all works. I'm keeping the ship rods up just so you can see them. That's good. Okay, so when you're sitting and your engine's running, what do you notice about all 4 gears? This is not a hard question. They're all moving. Yeah, all the gears are moving. Okay. Now, what happens when you're running and you're in neutral, but the car is not moving? What? This is not a trick question. The pinion gear is stationary, but what are all the others doing? They're all moving.
In the same direction.
Now, here's some more math for you.
We just want to see cranking.
Let's pretend that these gears are like ratios. And this is first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear. First, second, third, fourth. Okay? And the engine is turning the main shaft. And we'll call this one 1 to 4. This one is 2 to 4. This one is 3 to 4. And this one is 4 to 4. Just to make it easy, all right? Now let's say we're doing 3,000 RPM down the freeway, and we're in 4th gear. All right? 3,000 RPM down the freeway. We'll call that 60 miles an hour. Okay? Now we come out of 4th gear, and we go into 1st gear. Okay. Now we're going 3,000 RPM in 1st gear. All right. Pinion shaft's going a lot slower. All right. So this is 1 to 4. That one is 4 to 4. What I want you to see here is that all 4 of those gears at 3,000 RPM are maintaining their gear speed. What's different about it is, and the reason that you can be 15 miles an hour in 1st gear or 60 miles an hour in 4th gear, is that each of the gears is freewheeling. Here's where each of these gear sets are freewheeling on the pinion shaft. All right? So they maintain their ratios no matter what's going on. But it's until we lock the gear solid on the pinion shaft that it does what we want it to do. Okay? So when we're in 1st gear and we're going 4 to 1, the other gears are still maintaining their ratios. They're just out of the picture because they're freewheeling. They're not doing anything. And the little needle bearings underneath are allowing them to not be in the picture. Now, what happens if you try to put it into 2 gears at once? That would be devastating if you do it. But we can't do it. Because there's a lockout that's in here. It looks like a jumping beam. We'll see it in the other room. And that keeps the thing from going into 2 gears at once.
Hey Scott, talk about what locks the gear.
Okay. So we'll talk
Because a
about
lot
that.
of times people think when they grind the gears that they're actually grinding the gears.
Right. Right. And because your gears are always engaged, always turning together, you're not actually, when you hear that grinding sound, you're not actually, the main part of the gear is not what's grinding, it's a little synchro tube.